So guys and girls, I'm about to review the Treasure Island buffet. And right now I'm going to show you a lot of people coming in. So sit tight because this is going to be a surprise, and on this trip I'm going to have to review all the top 5 and all the top 10 buffets in Vegas. So ready? Here we go. Now you see, first of all, as you may know already, this buffet is rather small, but it compensates, at least this time, because it wasn't always like this, with beauty, the atmosphere of being, its atmosphere of imitating, shall I say, a higher end restaurant, at least in terms of decor. It's actually really pleasant. Can you see it? Perfect. Thank you. And also in terms of the flavor and the attention that was placed to the quality of the dishes served. Now I'm going to start with showing you their lovely, very lovely self-serve drink section. You have your sodas here. You have everything you want is here in terms of soda and everything else actually. Then you have a lot of ready-made trees and teas, not trees, though I suppose it'd be nice to have ready-made trees. Pineapple cream soda, orange hibiscus, classic root beer. Then you have iced coffee, which you don't have at other self-serve buffets, even the high-end ones. Then you have really all the types of drinks that you can think of in terms of special requirements, such as organic or fair trade or this or the other. And I'll give you, you can read for yourself, but I'll show you also. Then, of course, you've got your regular milk and skim milk. Again, some more iced coffee. And then you have, what are they, frappuccinos, chocolate macchiato and mocha. And then you have these icy drinks, blueberry frost and strawberry and banana. And of course you've got this, which you find pretty much everywhere in the self-serve sections of drinks. And, oh, it's not freshly squeezed, by the way, but you expect that, I'm sure. And then I'll show you this other side before I show you the food. Just take a look at this, how pretty it is. This is good. I mean, guys and girls, sit down because this is going to be a bit of a surprise in general in terms of reviews. Look at all these varieties of coffees, even the way they're presented. It reminds me a bit of, high-end coffee places. I don't want to make any names. I don't want to name any brands. And then look, organic coffee. Organic coffee. And then decaf, of course, cups, of course, with tea. And this, look at how well stacked it is, as opposed to just a couple of bags that they dish out, say, when you still have to order your drinks. And I came from even Bacchanal. You have to order your own drinks and you just feel like you have to beg for extras. So this, for example, is organic citron green tea. Right? This is good. And then others, regular teas, English breakfast teas, chamomile teas and so forth. And then you have cappuccino and hot cocoa and creamers. And the creamers, of course, come already sweetened. And then you have much of the same on this section, in this section here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I had such a good time eating here that I am thinking of coming back here beyond the review. You know what I'm saying? Really love it. And then you've got your bar here. You may have to pay extra for it. I'm pretty sure you do. And I will inquire and write about it on top-buffet.com. Hours and prices, I always go into detail on the corresponding page of each buffet review, and there's a link that you'll find here that you can click on and it'll take you directly there. Now this is a buffet which caters to all tastes and palates. But at the same time, healthy eaters and vegetarians will find an incredible amount of choices as well. And I see people really enjoying, because it isn't boring, it's actually really, really flavorful. From the sushi that looks pretty much run of the mill, but it was good. I'm gonna let the gentleman through. Oh, it's okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna not even cut this. Hummus, delicious, delicate. Tabbouleh, delicious, delicate. Couscous, the best I've had as long as I can remember. Caprese salad, baby mozzarella, and then you can mix olive salad. But this, the Greek salad, was absolutely perfectly made. Then I'm gonna just step back and show you something else. Farro and green salad also was delicious. Baba ganoush. I made a combination of these. It was my first plate because, as you know, I like to have healthy stuff first. But it was so flavorful. Sometimes I love greens, but sometimes they're so boring. The salad stations are so boring and badly kept and just dry or just tasteless that even I don't eat it. But this time, wow, even meat eaters will love it. I'm telling you, I tried it, and my review companion is a very, very avid meat eater, and she was delighted. I almost saw her eat nothing else. Okay. Now, here you have your Chinese section. Singapore noodles, beef and broccoli. Oh, I've just been wanting to say something else, and that's why I'm thinking of what I wanted to say, but I'll tell you in a minute. Singapore noodles, they were fine, the texture was great. I mean, considering how flavorful everything is, this was not the most flavorful. I'll try and show you beyond the glass. Everything else was super flavorful, and what I also like is the labeling. The labeling is actually precise rather than completely mismatched like in other buffets. And the dish here that you can see, fish tofu stir fry, can you see it there? It was incredibly good. The textures was great. It was cooked to perfection. The flavors were very, very strong. And I think this buffet really will go well with those who don't like necessarily just bland stuff. It really is all very flavorful. Very flavorful. Here you have your soup section made to order. You have a selection of choices, so hot and sour soup. You've seen this in several buffets already. And then you can tell it, these are examples of what you can have. And then you can top it up. Usually it's ideal when you've eaten too much at the end, it will help you digest. Smoked pork ribs. But everything is cooked to perfection. The meats, the fish, really well cooked, like the texture. I have a feeling that quality control, listen, I cannot promise you that when you come here it will be this good in terms of quality control, the way things are cooked. I cannot promise you that, because things change all the time. All it takes is for the sous chef or whoever checks these plates to go and be replaced by somebody who's not that attentive, and management may not care or may not notice, and then the quality goes down. But so far, I loved it. Now you have country gravy, chicken fried steak, stuffing turkey, mashed potatoes, collard green, and smoked trout. Can you see it? Very good quality. I mean, it may not look like anything different, but when I actually ate it, it was very well done. I almost felt that the ingredients were higher end than what I've had so far on this trip. Mac and cheese, you see it, right? You know that it hasn't just come out of a tin, which is what happens often. Baked chicken, barbecue pork, which may not look that appetizing. Chicken meatloaf, what a nice idea, and it was very well cooked too. Sweet potatoes and barbecue beans and corn bread. My other travel companion, on the other hand, is an avid vegetarian, and he too concluded that those who are healthy eaters and vegetarians, they will really, really, really be thrilled with this buffet. But as I said, the meat and fish options here are so well cooked and prepared and cared for that meat eaters will be happy. Unless, all you care is sausages and you don't care what they taste like, that's different. Now this is, this section used to be bigger, but they've shrunk it a little bit. You have, of course, your fresh fruit. I like these little vegetable wraps, very delicate. And then chicken, no, it's not chicken. Well, the only thing that it's not well, these are the Italian subs. There you go, Italian subs. I don't see chicken Waldorf salad is this one actually. And then here you got penne pasta salad, but don't bother eating it here because you got a really good pasta section there. I'll show you later. And even these Italian subs, they were really well made. The bread was not, thank you, it was great. The bread was not stale. It was actually really soft and crunchy at the same time, just the way you want it. I don't know if they can keep it this well cared for because it's relatively a small buffet, so they can be attentive. But I have eaten here in the past and it was never, well, it wasn't always this good in terms of quality control. So I repeat, quality control is, I would say 10 out of 10, and I rarely say that. I rarely say that. Assorted cheeses, and here is a made-to-order salad. Now, I showed you the salad section on the other side, the pre-made. I liked it so much, I didn't feel the need to really overdo it in this way. But here, you can basically take a look at the ingredients, and you have avocado as well. You have blueberries and so forth, all sorts of things. And then you can choose whichever type of salad, or you can truly, truly combine the ingredients yourself. And I want to show you what you can have.
I do that as well.
You see it?
Can you throw some avocado in there too? Yeah. All right.
Now, of course, you can choose the same ingredients, put them together, but the way you put them together and the types of, and the amount of various oils and flavorings will completely change the quality. So you bear that in mind. Nonetheless, I think here you've got everything you need to spice up your salad. I personally liked so much the other section that I just had a little bit of this section and that was it. And the price, in terms of price, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's one of the most affordable, though still quite expensive. I think it's around $25 for lunch. Now it's between lunch and dinner. Italian wedding, but more or less it's so far is the same dishes, though I think they will be changed shortly. Italian wedding. Guys, you know I'm of Italian origin, right? I have never seen this dish at Italian wedding. Never. But somehow there is this traditional name. Now these pizzas, I was here earlier on, and when I was here, replacing that, which is a kind of, on the left, it's a kind of herb, look-alike whole grain, mixed between whole grain and herbs pizza. But when I was here before, rather than that, they had much thinner vegetable pizza, and they had all the vegetables that you can think of put together. It was so flavorful, and the base was so perfectly cooked, and it was not chewy, it was not hard, it was just perfect. And of course you've got a wood stone oven, wood-fired wood stone oven. I always get confused. Nonetheless, the perfect oven for pizzas. Now this seems to be heavily towards this, right now it's just meat and cheese. But before they had a lot of vegetable options, or rather exotic options, and there was a lot of herb base. So you had the flavor also from the base. I really, really liked it. And you know, when I eat pizzas at a buffet, usually it's because it's so good, otherwise I skip it. Now this is the made-to-order Italian section. And usually, I'm so fussy being of Italian origin that pasta dishes, I really dismiss them because I think they're all badly made, frankly. And in buffets, it's difficult to keep the pasta cooked properly. I had some good surprises this year on this trip, and I talk about it on top-buffet.com and also on other. I'll take a look at that, and also on other videos of this channel. Now here you can pick your pasta, long or short, and then you can pick amongst some of these sauces here. And it's been like this before at Treasure Island, but this time the sauces were absolutely authentic, fresh, flavorful, and I enjoyed it so much, so much. And okay, this is just here you can see the types of pastas that you can choose. Of course, you can choose your own sauce, as I said to you, and additional toppings. You may want seafood or you may want additional meat, which is not exactly how it's done in Italy, but you can do that. And so I say it was really flavorful. I loved it. And you know, usually I'm very, very fussy with my pasta dishes, so I really think you will enjoy it. You might want to tell them to go easy on the sauce. By that I mean not too saucy, because otherwise the pasta drowns in sauce and you don't get that Italian authentic feel. But it was really good. I almost licked the plate. I didn't do it because, right? Now I don't know what this is. It wasn't here before when I arrived. I'm going to let you comment. Can you tell me what this is? Okay, let's do an interactive section. Did you see my hands, by the way? I didn't mean to show that. Oh, I love this. You know how rarely is it that I see this type of, is it called butter lettuce? Very, very, very delicate. And this, of course, meat eaters will love it. Korean barbecue selection. The smell, the flavor, the scent, I'm going to let the gentleman through, is really, really excellent. Okay, spicy soon tofu soup and spicy Korean, can you read it? Style rice and fish cake. All right. And I want to show you this section now again. Spicy pork, marinated beef ribeye, marinated chicken thigh, marinated beef short rib, and vegetarian fried rice. The flavor, look at how well this looks, how good this looks. The flavors are great. I'm going to find out who the sous chef is, or chef rather. Why am I thinking sous chef? Because I was very impressed. And you know, I'm going to push this one, because unless you're really fixated on the type of food that you want and you just want sausages and burgers, then, you know, don't come here. But if you actually want your taste buds to be stimulated, and mixed with that you want a little bit of healthy things as well, mix it up. You know, there's plenty of meat for meat eaters and plenty of fish. I mean, you don't have the crab legs, because today is first of all, it's not really dinner yet, but secondly, more importantly, it's not weekend, and I think at this buffet you're gonna get your crab legs and that stuff on special dates rather than every day. Okay, so if all you want is crab legs, obviously this isn't a buffet for you, but I don't eat just one thing. And so if you actually like variety, and if you want it all to be flavorful, this is definitely a buffet that I recommend, also because it's not super expensive. The service was good. I have nothing to fault it. And you know, I'm beginning to be a bit tired of having to order drinks from service personnel. I much prefer to deal with it myself. You can have as many as you want to begin with, you know, and not having that bad look at the moment you have your third coffee or third tea or whatever. So I'm excited. I really feel relaxed. I feel like I've been treated. For the first time, I've come to a buffet this trip, and I feel I have been treated. I've treated myself. And this actually, on this package, the buffets are included, and I think they do it often here at Treasure Island. The buffets are included with the room, I apologize, with the room cost. And and it's well worth it. I didn't even pay much, actually. I don't know exactly how much I paid, but it was a good rate, otherwise I wouldn't have paid it. And the two buffets were included. Presumably, sometimes it's per night, sometimes it's 2 buffets for 2 nights stay. It really does depend on your room rate. Sometimes you even have champagne included. I heard as I was lining up for check-in, I really pay attention to what other people's have got in their room package. And I also checked what was available because I booked directly on their website. So really, this is going to be one of the top 5, I tell you straight up, because of the quality of the dishes, okay? Because there are much bigger buffets, but the quality of the dishes has been the best so far. And admittedly, I still have to go to Aria, and I still have to go to Studio B, but Studio B, you know, the great Studio B. But so and then I still expect them to be higher up, but this is better than Rio. Is better than well, the Rio buffet has a really great. A really good dessert section, and of course Bacchanal is a great dessert section. Loved it.
Loved it?
Yes. Why? So, a lovely lady stopped me and heard what I was saying, and yes, I think I already said this, but I'm going to repeat it. If you are coming to a buffet to have seafood, as I said, on an average midday dinner, you will not have it. But weekends and special dates, you will. I suspect Friday evening they have a seafood night, but I talk about that, hours and prices and types of specialty on top-buffet.com. I go into details because I do my research and I talk to people and I write it down. When I do a video review, I review exactly what I found there and then. So as I said, if you come here for crab legs and seafood, yes, you will be disappointed. The lady said she liked it, but she was disappointed because she didn't have enough seafood. No, you don't. But I come here, as I say, I'm not a mono dish person, and I come here for a variety. And I had plenty of seafood yesterday and nothing else, and it was Bacchanal where it cost $70. Well, of course, you know, you pay 3 times the price, you're going to get what you want. So you have to think of price when you judge a buffet. You cannot compare Bacchanal with this, size-wise and also the price. But for what they offer, this is what I meant to say. And you have to really be somebody who appreciates good food, okay? Take it or leave it. You can hate me or not for when I say this. Take it whatever way you want it. But if you have to appreciate food, you have to be brought up appreciating texture and flavor. So if you appreciate texture and flavor, you will appreciate this buffet because it's really, what they give you is good quality. If you don't want this and all you care is about, as I said, crab legs and burgers, then no. But then you have to consider that the ones that do offer that may not be within the same price range, with some exceptions. And I talk about that on top-buffet.com because I have a section on the best seafood buffets, the best buffets for meat eaters, etc., etc. Oh, it's okay. Ah, wonderful. These are the lovely ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's running away. Thank you. I want to show you the dessert section and the lovely people at, lovely personnel at Treasure Island. Everybody is so nice. I feel I have a personal, I've been personally treated well. I feel a personal touch. That's what I felt when I came here. And you know, you value these things, do you? You don't want to feel like you're eating in a canteen. And some buffets, they give you that feeling and they don't, I feel not valued. Even if, for example, you've paid $45 or $50 or whatever. But here you feel valued, and if that matters to you, it will be a buffet to try for sure, bearing in mind also the other things that I said. So here you've got the mini donuts. I love them. They make them here. I love them. Now the dessert section is not the biggest, and I don't want to offend anybody here. But the mini donuts are lovely. So if you're into donuts, this is the place to come. And I'll show you briefly what else is here. And then you can ask about your sugar-free desserts. See that? Wonderful. Perfect. I really love the service here. It's wonderful. Wonderful. I love it. I think it's one of the highlights of this resort of Treasure Island. I really think it is. I don't know, maybe because it's relatively smaller. Although I have been disappointed about one thing, nothing to do with the buffet, something to do with the resort. But I'll tell you that in a different video, okay? So, bye-bye. I hope you join us here in Las Vegas, and for more details, more information, to post your comments and ask me questions, find me on top-buffet.com. See you there, guys. Bye-bye.